That means it's time for the first federal program on WROI Giant FM and streaming live on the First Federal Facebook page.
It is indeed Friday morning, and that means it's time for the First Federal program here on WROI. Joined in the Shepherd Chevy Buick GMC studio now by Todd Van Sickle from First Federal. Good morning.
Thank you, Moose. Yes, indeed, a beautiful morning. Beautiful morning, beautiful weekend. Going to have some great weather out there for the Trail of Courage today, or this weekend, and for the First Federal Community Appreciation Day later this morning.
See, you guys told me to make sure it was beautiful weather. It's going to be a little warm, but at least the sun's shining, and
no
we're not
rain.
going to see any rain.
That's
so
awesome.
I
Good
hope
job.
that works for you.
And you get a gold star today for the weather. So today is the First Federal Community Appreciation Day. It's from 11 to 2 o'clock. Come out and enjoy some pulled pork, hot dogs from Rochester Meats and Deli. A shred truck will be on site from 11 to 1, and there'll be some First Federal giveaways there also. So it's going to be kind of a challenge maybe to get there today. They're working on 9th Street, but Franklin and Monroe are open. And probably the best way to get there today, if you're going to take advantage of the shred, is you come north on Monroe, turn right into the parking lot, and there's the third lane of the drive-up open, and there's an alley there. That's a straight shot through to the shred truck.
Okay.
And there'll be parking on the left after you get to the shred truck.
Now, I know as you turn into the alley, it says no left turn. Is that just non-existent right now because of the road construction around you guys?
Well, I'll never endorse breaking the law. but do whatever it takes to get there, and you're welcome to come up Franklin Street too. Either way, I'll get you into the lot, and we'll have a Coke truck there. Stop by and get a soft drink earlier this morning, and everybody's invited out to join us, and we're going to try to practice social distancing as much as we can, and the tables will be separated in a little bit different spot, and the shred truck will be in a little bit different spot, but everybody should be able to find it, and just ask you to be careful, because there'll be some foot traffic in the area, and potentially cars driving the wrong way down where the arrow is at.
Yeah.
That's okay though. So this is a big event for us. We missed it last year, and missed having a chance to visit with our customers in an event like this, and I'm really looking forward to it. Our staff is all geared up and excited to meet and greet you today, so come on out, please. Looks like it's going to be a great weekend, weather-wise.
Yep.
Just saw very little chance of rain.
Yeah, and mainly tomorrow morning, and other than that, the sun.
And this is basically the last week of summer with fall kicking off next week.
Yes, I'm ready to wear a hoodie every day. So, I'm ready for that.
You're ready to do that even in any time of year though, right?
Yeah.
So, Jeopardy is going on now. They have the new host out there, but the host is only going to be there until November 5th. After that, I may be saying this wrong, but Maim Balik and Ken Jennings are going to host the show through the rest of the year until they find the permanent host.
Okay.
And interesting, Melinda Clinger is earned a PhD in neuroscience from UCLA.
Yeah, she decided just playing a neuroscientist wasn't enough. She needed to actually be one.
So I guess that qualifies her over you and me, Moose, about probably more knowledge about having to be able to host that.
Yeah, I wouldn't even attempt to host it. I've watched it enough, and I'm sitting there reading the clues sometimes going, I don't even know how to pronounce that.
Yeah. Some of those categories, like, they go down the first 4 or 5, I can't even remember what the category is. I'm like, what is this category?
Yeah.
And Ken Jennings, he's earned his due for that too. So,
oh, absolutely.
Yeah. They have a guy on now that's doing really well. He's over $700,000 and 20 plus wins in a row.
Wow. Man.
So some tech talk today. SpaceX successfully launched their Inspiration 4 mission on Wednesday. The first all-civilian crew.
Okay.
And I think they're coming back tomorrow. All seems well and safe. And if you had the opportunity, Moose, would you go?
Yeah, probably.
I
Not
think
gonna lie.
I would too. That'd be pretty awesome.
I'd probably take some remote equipment with me and broadcast from outer space.
Well, that should be a goal we set. Maybe we should have a GoFundMe to get Paul into space,
Let's do it. Let's set it up.
Also in Tech Talk today, Apple announced their new iPhone 13.
Yeah, I feel like the 12 just came out though.
I looked to see what the difference was, and I didn't notice it, me just skimming the article. They start at $699, and that's for the mini, and goes up to over $1,000 for the Max Pro.
Yeah, if I'm gonna spend that much money on a phone, I'm gonna get one of those cool new flip phones that they have.
It's amazing what goes around comes around.
Yeah.
The flip phones are that.
Yes, they are.
Next they're going to come out with the sliding, kind of like the Razor and things like that.
I'd be okay with that too. I miss those type of phones.
I think Samsung's doing some of those again.
Yeah.
Also, Tech Talk today, Apple introduced a new Series 7 watch. It's coming out later this fall, and that starts at $399 app. So you can still get those on your Christmas list, maybe, Paul.
Yeah, maybe.
Trivia today.
Okay,
We welcome Tanner Lee today, doing the sports, and we have Melinda Clinger here from the Fulton County Historical Society. Good morning, Melinda.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Doing just wonderful.
Great. Trivia today has to do with the Fulton County Historical Society. We may approach it a little bit differently today. We'll let you guess the answer right now, then we'll confirm that later in the show, and maybe we'll confirm that in our discussion with Melinda.
Okay, let's do this.
So I thought throwing Paul a curve here, and he's going like, okay. In what year was the Fulton County Historical Society founded? A, 1954, B, 1963, C, 1972. Do you want to take a whack at it now, or we can wait till the end of the show?
Let's wait till the end of the show.
Okay, because you know me, I may disclose it or divulge it, right?
Yeah. I mean, I have a guess. We'll see if that guess stays true till the end of the show.
So, great, we'll give you that chance.
Okay.
What year was the Fulton County Historical Society founded? Got Tanner here with sports, with some updates on some local activities with sports.
Good morning.
Morning,
Tanner.
Yeah, we got a lot of updates to go over this morning. First off, I'm sure pretty much everybody around the community is aware by now, but the annual Battle for the Bell game between Rochester and Tippecanoe Valley is canceled. It was supposed to be tonight. And also Rochester's game at Peru next week is canceled. So little COVID problem going on within the Rochester football team, unfortunately. So hopefully those infected get healthy as soon as possible.
Wish them the best.
Yes, absolutely.
And unfortunately, with the short football season, that game can't be made up. Right?
Yeah, or at least from all the talks, it looks like it's not going to be.
Right.
I think
Unless a sectional drawing, maybe. Are they in the same sectional?
different classes.
Different classes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So unfortunately, it looks like you're gonna have to wait till next year to get the Battle of the Bell, which was gonna be an exciting game. You got 3-1 Rochester and 4-0 Tippecanoe Valley, who's ranked inside the top 10 in 3A. But Valley was quick on their feet to reschedule the game.
Yeah.
They are playing tonight at North Judson, who is ranked in the top 10 in Class 1A. So you have 4-0 against 4-0 tonight, both ranked in the top 10 of their respective classes. So
Somebody's getting lost tonight.
somebody's
I mean, they
getting the
have
first
to.
L. Yeah, there's no ties in football unless you're in the NFL. Then there is a tie.
Yeah, we're not going to get into that.
But some other teams in action tonight. LaVille's at Caston. LaVille's got a 2-1 record. Caston's got a 1-3 record. And WROI is going to be on the call tonight.
Yes, 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff. Randy Wynn and Ray Davis will have that complete coverage of that Caston Commons game
That's
tonight.
exciting.
Yeah, that's exciting. That's great.
Yeah, I'm sure Caston's fans and the whole team and faculty and staff, I bet they're all excited about that.
Yeah, they don't get a whole lot of coverage, and we felt, with us not having Rochester, the best thing to do was pick up Caston. They're a neighboring school, and they just don't get enough coverage.
Right, you got to keep your broadcaster sharp. Can't give them a week off.
No.
During the season.
No, they can't have any time off.
And that shows WRI's community spirit.
Yes.
Coming out and
Yep.
helping out our local schools.
Yep.
That's great.
Quick on your feet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
We had the Caston game picked up within about 45 minutes
good
of the
for you
news
guys.
that it was canceled.
That's great.
So,
That's great.
So they won't flip a coin basically to see who wins the bell, will they?
no.
No. Okay.
No.
Wait till next year.
Rock,
Right?
paper, scissors, maybe?
Yeah.
Triton tonight has a 2-2 record. They're on the road at Culver, who has a record of 1-1. So a lot of local football going on tonight. So
Yeah.
don't have anything going on, go check out some Friday Night Light action or catch the game on WROI, or I think RTC will be broadcasting some of the games as well.
Okay.
Got some college football, some big time matchups going on within the state of Indiana this weekend. Got the Indiana Hoosiers with their 1-1 record. They beat the Idaho Vandals last week. They're hosting the number 8 ranked Cincinnati Bearcats, who are 2-0. That game's at noon on ESPN tomorrow, and Cincinnati's a 4-point favorite. But it's going to be a packed house down in Bloomington tomorrow, Tom.
I'm the eternal optimist, so I got to think that IU's going to win, of course. I mean, think they're going to the Rose Bowl every year, but they come back to reality a little bit. So they have a good enough team to win this. It could be close, or sometimes a turnover, especially the first game of the year, just gets it out of the picture right away.
Yeah, this will be a big game for them. I mean, they still on their schedule have Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan, the three kind of powers of the Big Ten East. So if they want to have the season they're hoping for, I think this is a big one for them.
4 of their first 5 games are against top 20 teams.
Yep, that kind of big measuring stick right there.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is they can't go out there and just be a mid-play team.
No mid-play tomorrow. Like, they got to be on top of their game.
Can't mail it in.
No, Cincinnati, they got a strong squad. They were good last year. They're a veteran, experienced squad. Luke Fickell's name's already kind of coming up as a possible candidate for USC, which came open this week after 2 games. So
And Purdue has a great opportunity this weekend.
yeah, Purdue's got a big opportunity for themselves. They're 2-0, heading up to number 12 Notre Dame, who's 2-0. These two teams used to play every single year for 60-some straight years. They haven't played in 7 years, so it's nice to get them back on the schedule. Even though it usually doesn't end well for Purdue, it's still a fun game to get some national recognition. And after this year, they drop off for 2 years, then they jump back on each other's schedule for 6 straight in the future. So that game's at 2:30 on NBC. Notre Dame is a 7.5-point favorite. And Drew Brees, Purdue legend, is going to be making his broadcasting debut for Notre Dame.
As a color analyst?
As an analyst, yeah. He was kind of in studio last week. The game was on the Peacock network last week.
Yeah.
Now it's on NBC this week. So.
Yeah, I saw him on Sunday Night Football, and he seemed to do a really good job.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a perfect fit. I think they're grooming him and Mike Tirico to take over Sunday Night Football for Chris Collinsworth and Al Michaels eventually.
Okay.
So
And this is a good game for Purdue. It's always good to be an underdog.
big chance. I know Notre Dame fans are a little worried because they haven't played well the first 2 weeks, but they still got the wins. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Maybe those 2 games have woken them up a little bit. So we'll see. Looking forward to the challenge. Hopefully Purdue shows up and at least gives them a good fight. So. And real quick, NFL, Colts are in action 1 o'clock on Fox on Sunday. They're looking to bounce back after their opening loss against the Seahawks. They're hosting the Rams, who looked really good playing the Bears last week. Speaking of the Bears, they host the Bengals this week. Bears looking to, of course, get their first win. The Bengals got their first win last week against the Vikings. That game's also at 1 o'clock on Fox.
Okay.
So both teams, local teams, are 1 o'clock on the same station. So
Well, here's what you do then. You listen to the Colts on WROY, and then you watch the Bengals game.
there you go.
It's a perfect setup by Canada. That's what he was wanting to
Yeah, that's exactly it. I was
He
teeing it
jumped
up
right
for
on
you,
it.
Paul, so you read my mind. I got some tidbits here this morning. On this day in 1787, the Constitution of the United States of America was signed by delegates at the Constitutional Convention.
Okay.
It's a big deal.
That is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that started a lot of different things. On this day in 1920, the American Professional Football Association was formed in Canton, Ohio. It was the precursor to the NFL.
Okay.
That's one of the many reasons why the National Football League Hall, for the Pro Football Hall of Fame is in Canton, Ohio.
It's a neat place to visit.
Yeah, I have not been there. I've been to the baseball in Cooperstown, but I need to get over to Canton one of these days. On this day in 1937, Abraham Lincoln's face was dedicated at Mount Rushmore.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
On this day in 1972, MASH premiered on CBS.
Good show. Good show.
Reruns are still running to this day.
And I still like watching them, even if I've seen the episode 100 times.
It's hard to believe 50 years ago.
I know.
The series finale was one of the biggest, if not the biggest, watched episode in television history.
Yeah.
And today is National Tradesman Day, International Country Music Day, so listen to,
WROI Country.
there you go. Table Shuffleboard Day, Monte Cristo Sandwich Day, Concussion Awareness Day. I don't know how to pronounce this next one.
Grenache.
Thank you. Grenache Day. I meant to look that up this morning and forgot. Apple Dumpling Day and Constitution Day.
Okay. Lots of good days.
Yeah, lots of days there. So find something for yourself.
Yeah, one that I'm definitely going to let the professor announce during the trading post.
Grenache Day?
Yeah, I'm not going to try to pronounce that during the trading post. I'll screw it up.
I believe Grenache might be a grape, actually.
I think you're right. Yes.
For one.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Tanner.
Hey, you're welcome.
Have a few upcoming events coming on. The St. Joseph Church at the St. Joseph Church Hall on Main Street, we'll be hosting a Mexican, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, Kermes Day,
I have no clue.
Saturday, September 25th from 2 to 8. The most important thing, they'll offer dine-in and carry-out meals, and all proceeds will go sent to their parish in Marianna, Haiti.
Okay.
It's a good food fundraiser, and everybody likes food. Go out there the 25th from 2 to 8 and enjoy yourself. Also, the Trail of Courage is coming up this weekend. They have school day today, and general visitors tomorrow. We'll talk about that with Melinda in a few minutes. And United Way annual fundraising campaign is kicked off and looking to raise $100,000 this year. Again, I did it last year. There'll be a video posted on the bank's YouTube channel later this week or next week, and on United Way's Facebook page. And then United Way has the 5K chili run on October 9th in conjunction with the Chamber chili cook-off and the car show. So lots of events that day. In money news, Dow finished down a little bit yesterday, minus 63 points, down to 34,751. Based on August retail sales, surprised the market a little bit, raising less than 1% from the prior month. And the latest unemployment insurance weekly data showed 332,000 first-time jobless claims last week, which is about what it's been averaging the last few weeks, but it's been lower numbers than in the past, so that's good news for our economy. First Federal Savings Bank, again, it's our Customer Appreciation Day. We're open from 8:30 to 5 today. The food will be available from 11 to 2. There'll be a shred truck on site from 11 to 1. Our ATM will be available 24/7. Maybe a little bit harder to get to today with a lot of customers in the lot, but thank you for your patience with that. And you can always bank with us on our mobile app, so download that and you can bank with us 24/7, 365. We offer Simply Free checking accounts and Simply Free business accounts. When you open a new checking account, we've changed our gift, Paul.
Ooh,
It's a new gift. Exciting news.
what do we got?
It's an Oster kitchen tool set.
Okay.
So we have those on display in the bank or hanging from the ceiling. So
Literally.
like 7 or 8 tools. They could pretty much whip up anything with those.
Because, Tanner forgot to bring them again to show everybody.
We'll do that next week. So stop out and see our Customer Appreciation Day. Again, we offer mortgage loans. Check out with Ben Dalton and Stacy Wilson. We can meet any of your mortgage home needs. We're the best in the business. I'll proudly say that, and we do a great job of that. And rates are still advantageous now. So if you're interested, take a look at that. We also offer commercial loans with Lindy Breeden. Our commercial volume keeps growing, and Lindy's and Zach and Monica are doing a great job with that. So we can meet anybody's business needs. We're lending all over North Indiana for commercial businesses. And so that's the First Federal update today.
Okay.
Come out and visit for Customer and Community Appreciation Day. So we welcome Melinda Clinger here today. Just step up to the mic there, Melinda.
No problem.
From the Fulton County Historical Society.
Yes.
Now, for our listeners that may not know about the Trail of Courage Living History Festival, why don't you describe a little bit about what's going on out there this weekend?
Okay, the actual festival is to commemorate the time period before the Potawatomi Indians were removed in 1838. So everything we do is pre-1840 time periods. Everybody's dressed in historic outfits, set up in historic tents. We cook over wood fires and try to do the same things they would have done in pre-1840. We have different programs that happen on the stages all day long. We have a fife and drum corps that come from Wisconsin and Anderson Marching Highlanders. The kids almost didn't get to come, but thankfully they do get to come today. And they'll be there to perform.
We have bagpipes then?
Yes, bagpipes.
That's
yes.
great.
And then we have the Aztec dancers who always dance for us, and Mark and Liza Woolaber come from Plymouth. Paul Mitchell is a new program this year. He's from Culver area. We also do Indian dances both days from 2 to 3. And then there's Danny Russell, who does interp of a young Daniel Boone. And then Kim Hoover, who normally comes with her animals, from Hoots to House. She's not going to be able to attend, but on Sunday we have Soaring Hawk coming from Fort Wayne that will come and tell about their animals that they're rehabbing.
That's great. I noticed from your website there's 30 plus various activities going on out there, a little bit for everything, and the primary purpose basically is an education opportunity for our community, and the education opportunity takes advantage of our schools also, and there's, today's a school day, right?
Yes, we have 400 plus kids coming today.
Well, we appreciate you being here right now, so you're going to run right back out there, right?
This is her break period before she's got to deal with the kids.
Calm before the
But when those kids come in, nobody moves vehicles and whatever while they're back there. And we have different opportunities that are people demonstrating so that the kids can learn something hands-on when they're there. And then they have a fun time with the Mountain Man Tug of War. And over the weekend there'll be canoe rides. Today there will not be, but a lot of the kids enjoy that too.
So Mountain Man Tug of War, that sounds interesting. What's that all about?
Well, basically it's just a tug of war. It's just, they have a big rope that they put on both sides, and several kids get on each side to see which one wins, that type of thing.
That's great.
And the guys actually interact with them. We'll have blacksmiths out there today demonstrating. People from the Indian dances will be telling the kids about different things. There'll be an open teepee so they can go inside and see. So a lot of different things that they actually learn, and that's what they're learning in 4th grade history is.
It's Indiana history, and this is, like you said, pre-1840s. It's just a great way to educate our youth about some of that history and to see hands-on that we read about it in books, but see it hands-on to kind of a different thing.
It makes a difference for them.
So you're closed to the public day for the schools, basically.
Yes, yeah.
Tomorrow and Sunday.
Tomorrow and Sunday we're open 10 to 6 Saturday, 10 to 4 Sunday. Our admissions is $8 and $3 for kids, and we have tractor rides and trams that bring you from the parking lot down to the admissions area, and then you walk from there. We'll have 13 different food booths open, so lots of variety. Chicken noodles are back this year. Apple dumplings are back this year. The Rotary, unfortunately, didn't get enough helpers, so the turkey legs will not be there. And then the Cherokee are taking a break from the fry bread this year because they lost a loved one this past year, so they're sort of recuperating themselves. But we'll have lots of good food anyway.
So it sounds like you're fairly back to normal this year, right?
Yes,
that's good.
We are. We definitely need that.
Yeah, and this is also a fundraiser for the Historical Society.
Yes, this is our biggest fundraiser of the year to help support the museum. And so, there's people who come from all the different states to participate in the festival, besides the people who come from out of state just to visit. And brings a lot of people in, and with the Notre Dame Purdue game tomorrow, it's going to make it a little more hectic out there. But thank goodness the orange cones have left in front of the museum.
Oh, that's good.
So the road is back open, thank goodness. They moved it all downtown, unfortunately.
Yeah, you can't get in downtown right now. I don't think anywhere.
That's part of the adventure, it's kind of like a scavenger hunt.
It is.
And you get where you're going and how many steps.
So anyway, we have Kevin Roberts this year is going to be our honored Potawatomi family. We tried to honor a Potawatomi each year because of the removal that happened in 1838. And so Kevin is Citizen Band Potawatomi and will be there to give a talk and be around at the Indian dances and that. So come on out and join us.
Yeah, I've seen the signs around and never really understood what that trail was. I read a little bit about it recently, and it's very interesting and almost tragic what happened there.
Yeah, it took place the same time as the Trail of Tears for the Cherokee, but this was the Potawatomi from this area.
But it's great that you have the Trail of Courage honoring that, and just trying to bring back some history so that our community can know more about the pre-1840s, and that's great. And
Governor Bowen, when we dedicated the marker down at Mud Creek, south of town, was giving a speech the first year or so after we'd started the festival, and he talked about the courage that it took for the Indians to be removed, and that's when we finally decided, okay, the Trail of Courage is going to be our festival name, and the Trail of Death was the actual removal.
That's great. You described how it became named. That was one of the questions I was going to ask you. And how many years now have you been doing this?
This is our 46th year.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
it's not the same answer as how the Historical Society.
Right. I know that.
But it's getting you kind of in the direction now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's older than 46.
See, deductive reasoning. That's very good. Any On the stages today, you said you had various people on the stages.
There'll be,
There's 2 stages, right?
yeah, we have 2 stages, and the main programs happen Saturday and Sunday. Like I said, there's different ones coming in. The Daniel Boone gentleman from Indy does a really great thing for interp for young Daniel Boone. Janelle Pecor from Michigan comes in and he tells about Voyageur time period. We have a lot of people that.
And what is that? What is Voyageur time period?
For French and Indian War time period, so 1760s, that time period.
So you really go from like pre-Revolutionary War
Yes.
through the
mid
1840s, yeah.
Mhm. And of course, our village at the woods we call Chipaway Village because of the Chipaway trading post that used to be at Old 31 and the river. And William Polk, of course, had his house right along there and that too, which we have there on the property at the museum. So, but there's always something. The military guys are there. They'll be shooting off cannons this weekend. So those of you that live out along the river, beware that there will be cannons going off. But it's a neat demonstration for the kids to see too. And like I said, when they're marching with the bagpipers and the fife and drum corps and that is it's just a really cool atmosphere to get yourself back into.
Do you have an approximate guess or estimate on what your traffic is like how many people would you expect in normal times?
A couple of years ago, our total was 13,000
That's
people
awesome.
for the weekend. We've had it higher, we've had it lower.
Yeah.
But
We got great weather this weekend, so
yes.
if you don't have any plans, go out and check out.
As I said, the dial could go back a little bit as far as heat, but people eat ham and beans when it's 100 at the powered pass, so they'll still come and eat ham and beans this weekend too.
That's what's neat about this is, when people, they step back in history literally, because when you go through some of the, I guess I'll call them exhibits, those are authentic recreations.
Yes.
Costumes and even how they're cooking food and utensils and
Those people spend lots of money to get correct outfits and the tents and everything. It's just not a cheap hobby for them, but it gets people out and away from all the different hubbub of today. And I always say that when I do go back to the woods like that, it's like it's just a whole different area. We've got trees growing up along the highway, so you can't see it quite as well from the highway. But you still, when you go back there, it's just a whole different feeling.
step back in history.
Yes.
It's great that you're doing this. It's one of the many great things the Fulton County Historical Society does, and it's great. This is your biggest fundraiser. You have a lot of needs out there, maintenance needs,
Yes.
ongoing operation needs, and we ask people to come out and support that and support the Fulton County Historical Society. I know on your website, I checked it out last night in preparing for the show, there's all kinds of information about the Trail of Courage. And
Yes. Yeah.
lots of things you can click on to see what's going on. And
We have a list of famous people. We have different events that are happening constantly during the year. As I say, we try to keep busy to keep ourselves going. And in October, of course, we have an antique show coming up, and we do a haunted woods using the same area at the back.
And plans for that still are going forward. They'll
Yes,
still occur
yes,
this
at
year.
this point, yes. So, anyway, like I said, we just keep forging forward and keeping things going. So,
We're talking with Melinda Clinger from Fulton County Historical Society. Appreciate your dedication and passion for this. And I've only known you for a few years, but you are very passionate about this, and
yes,
you do have a special place in the county, and the things you do out there is
thank you.
really a neat place. If nobody's been out there to visit that recently, come out this weekend and check out the Trail of Courage and the Living History Festival. On your website, it's fultoncountyhistory.org.
Yes,
That's one word.
all spelled out. Yeah.
And there's lots of information out there. You can call 574-223-4436.
Right.
May not get an answer today because you're out with the kids, right?
Somebody will be answering the phone.
That's good. So that the hours again on tomorrow and Sunday are
Saturdays 10 to 6, Sundays 10 to 4, and then otherwise the museum is actually open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 5 year round.
Okay.
Come and visit.
we appreciate your dedication, and
Thank you.
there's something for everything at the Trail of Courage this weekend, and encourage people to come out and visit and enjoy a great weekend.
Yeah.
Trivia question, Paul.
Okay.
When was the Historical Society founded? You look at the Potential answer, 1954, 1963, 1972. Of course, all those are greater than 46 years ago.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go B.
Tanner's over there shaking his head if you can't see that or hear that. That is the correct answer, of course.
Okay.
So, how do you do this, Paul? I mean,
Well, I didn't think it was as old as my dad, so.
okay.
So.
That's a compliment, right?
Yeah.
You're okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, great. Thank you, Melinda. Wish you much success this weekend and best wishes. And everybody come out and visit the Trail of Courage. And we have closing words of wisdom today. Those are from Eric Butterworth, a Canadian educator. Don't go through life, grow through life.
Ooh, those are good words of wisdom.
So come out and check out First Federal Savings Bank Community Appreciation Day, 11 to 2. And everybody have a great weekend.
We'll see you guys again next week.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you.